everyone. I'm here with the fabulous Lisa, and I just did her fill with Trinity. So if you're wondering how I do fills, I just did a video yesterday, including removal and doing the fill portion, so you can watch that. But I wanted to come on and show you guys the fun. So Trinity, this is Trinity. So that's what's on her nails now. I wanted to show you another fun mood polish because she picked this gorgeous one called Limelight. And I'm super excited about this one. I know it's going to be used so much over the next month. Make sure I'm in frame. Excuse me. And then we're going to make some pot of gold fun. So you can see she runs warm right now. Look at her. She runs cold normally, but right now she's warm because I always have the heater on for my clients. So she's warm. So it's going to turn the nice bright green. And then we're going to add some glitter and some foil and make them fun. But this one's great because it already has a little bit of glitter in it. There we go. Already has a little bit of shimmer in it, which is so, so pretty. So I'm here on a Saturday. I don't do a lot of Saturdays, but I was off for a little while. And you know, when you take time off, you got to pay for it. So you work on Saturday. How is everyone else doing today? I was thinking about St. Patrick's Day. What were you going to say?
Grocery shopping.
Grocery shopping. I've been lazy. I never leave the house. It's so sad. So I've been doing Amazon. I do like Amazon's grocery delivery now. Mm-hmm. Their pricing is good. There's no Amazon Now or Prime Now anymore, which is kind of a bummer. I miss that. But because it's like, oh, you can book it within 2 hours, but then the 2 hours isn't like 2 hours. Sometimes it's like the next day. So that's annoying, but it's because I was spoiled with Prime Now. But their pricing is so much better. I know some people are into Instacart, and I'm like, do you guys realize how much Instacart jacks the prices up? So one time we did a grocery delivery with Instacart, and the delivery driver left the receipt in my bag, which they're not supposed to do. And I looked at the receipt and I'm like, what? I paid $35 more for that delivery than what was on the receipt. And it was like a $100 delivery. So they're basically upcharging over 30% on their groceries, which is awful.
This one touch.
You touched it? Just keep it in. It's fine. I'll deal with it when it come back out. Once it's in the light, I can't fix it until it's cured and done anyway. Anyway, so yes, if you use Instacart, really, like, they upcharge so much. Even Costco, I tried doing that once with Costco, and I knew some of the pricing of some of the stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like normally $4, and they're charging $7, you know? So I don't use Instacart unless I absolutely must because it is super high priced. It's better to pay $10 in shipping with like Amazon Prime or something like that than to pay $30 for the same order because of the upcharging on Instacart. So that's my completely non-related nail information for the day. But
I like Prime delivery too.
Mm-hmm.
Comes right from Whole Foods.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, at least Whole Foods like has more than just only the fancy organic stuff. They've started, since Amazon bought them out, they have like more normal stuff, which I'm glad they both like be a normal store too, you know? So this is I'm applying this over the tacky layer of Trinity. So when you cure Trinity, you definitely do not want to be wiping the tacky layer off. You want your color to stick to it. So just go straight from Trinity to color. Perfect. Hi, everyone. Kim, Kay, Sarah. Every time it snows, I think of nail camp in Florida. So true. I know. It should be nice weather. We're going in May. And it's awesome. We just found out that the amazing Anna was this Svenska. I can never say her name properly, so I just say it really fast so I don't say it wrong. She's going to come and teach also, which is super exciting. She's amazing. She's going to teach the Friday workshop typically and other classes and workshops all weekend. So I'm very excited about that. She is fantastic. Oh, I see where you smudged. That's right. That's going to get covered up. And it's going to get covered by glitter. So you're going to get a dual cover.
That's what I thought, but just in case.
Yeah. It's not sticking up. If it was like sticking up or something, then I'd have to buff it. But that's fine. But yeah, so excited for nail camp. I need to get all the Spanish classes posted. Because we're in Florida, I wanted to make it really available for the girls from Puerto Rico to fly up and go to it. And so I've got a full schedule for Spanish speakers. But my server is being stupid and I can't change my menu and add those on. So like, there's no way to link. I mean, they can link to them, but I don't have a menu drop down for it because my menu part's not working. So, computer crap. Hi, Jada. Yes, Kim, this green is fabulous. And so you can see when I hit it what the dark color is. But, what's funny is that I was always like, it's so crazy that it always turns the warm color so fast. Well, you have to remember something. When you cure any kind of gel, the molecules move around and it gets warm. So not only is she warm, but even if she wasn't warm, once she goes in the light and the molecules start moving around, the gel polish is going to get warm just specifically from curing. So when they come out of the light, even if they're freezing cold, the gel polish will look all the warm color because of that. So what I typically do, and we'll do it with her, is when I'm all done with her nails, I will send her to the bathroom to wash with cold water so that we can see what it will normally look like with a cold blast. It kind of resets it, which is nice. Yeah, this is a great green. And we're going to make a pot of gold situation with some glitter and foils. Okay, go ahead on in. All right, so I'm going to be doing a couple of nails with glitter. So I'm going to use Aurora Emerald because I really don't want to change. I don't want to change in the color. I want to keep it very green. So I'm going to use Aurora Emerald, which I'm almost out of. But when I went to go stir it, I noticed it was a bit stiff. You see how that's pretty stiff. So I want this to go on relatively thin. So what I'm going to do is grab my options, either crystal clear or clear, which is just clear. There's always a little glitter in the bottom because I just use this for glitter top coats. And I'm going to grab a bit of this and I'm going to mix it into this glitter. If you ever want to make your own glitter, Options Clear or Options Crystal Clear is your friend. That's great. They're more flexible and it's a soak off. So if you ever needed to soak off, you do have that option. But it's typically what I use and it's still pretty stiff. I want this to be really smooth and thin when I apply it. So I'm going to go ahead and add a bit more because our trick is that we don't want to change the color of the green she's got going on. We just want to make it more sparkly. So I just want to get a little bit more in there. That's pretty smooth now. So that's going to give us the glitter that we want in how thin it is. I'm going to switch my brushes because I used my brush that I used for my fill is like nice and perfect and you don't want to be mixing that up. So first I'm going to check. So you always want to kind of like think ahead. First I'm going to check and see if the ones that we're going to foil stick. Oh yeah. So I don't need foil gel. So the reason I wanted to do that first is because if I need foil gel, I can cure that at the same time I cure my Aurora Sparkle. But I don't need foil gel because this the mood polish apparently sticks beautifully. So I'm just going to do a very thin little bit of green glitter on these two just to give it a little bit extra. We want to keep it thin so that we can still see the color change through it. I've learned the last time I did my nails, I used a glitter and it was too much coverage. The Raspberry Dazzle was so much coverage that I never ever could see the color change under it. It always just looked Raspberry Dazzle. So in order to maintain being able to see the mood polish color change, we're just keeping this real thin. Love the green. What color is that? This is Mood Polish Limelight. It's from LeChat. It's sold on my website because I have all the mood polishes. You can get it as a gel polish or a lacquer. So if you have someone who, say you have clients that like to have regular polish on their on their toes, which is pretty common. That's pretty popular. Some people don't do a lot of gel polish on their toes. You can get the lacquer as well, and then you have the lacquer option and the gel polish option. So those are fine. All right, and then I'm going to do this one. Do you want it on the same side or opposite side?
Same size.
Same side. And I don't want it completely covered, so I'm just going to dab because this, holy cow, it sticks so well. So, glitter. Yeah, so definitely don't need to stick it over your mood polishes. They are super, super sticky. So that's great to know. I hadn't used any foil over them yet. Or I did the last time, but I don't remember. I guess I just don't remember. I'll probably remember better now because I talked about it. Last time she had, I don't remember what the color was called, but it was like super light pink, and it went to almost a white, like really, really light pink. And we did some opalescent glitter on those and some silver foil. And she's like, I want the same thing, but green. So here we are, pot of gold. So she goes easily a month between appointments. And since we are heading into March already, she will be good all the way to St. Patty's Day. So that's all there is to that. And then all I'm going to be doing is top coating. So I just wanted to let you guys know how easy you could make a really fun couple of nails with this new gel polish. Oh, you know what? We'll let it stay, because if we go away, then you won't be able to see what it looks like when we do a flash of cold. So they can just hang out with us a little longer. Little bit long. Oops, that's the wrong one. If you ever do that like I did where you used your finger, always wipe it with an alcohol. You don't want to have product on your finger. But if I used my brush, I would have just left glitter on there. And if I used a wipe, then I would have left lint on there. So sometimes your finger is really the best option. And if you're not a glove wearer, like I'm not a glove wearer all the time, then make sure you at least wipe the product off your finger quite quickly. I will wear gloves occasionally. My hands sometimes get super beat up. And then I have to, because they'll start cracking and hurting, but I'm okay this week. Glitter, glitter, glitter. I was thinking about St. Patrick's Day, and I was like, oh, I can't believe it's been 2 years since we went to Ireland and happened to be there for St. Patrick's Day. My friend's so funny. She's like, it's so crazy that you like plan trips and then don't even know that it's around a major event, which is true. I don't do it on purpose a lot of the time. You know, my husband's like, are we going to be in Ireland for St. Patrick's Day? I'm like, I don't know. Hold on. Let me look at the schedule. And yes, we were. So that was pretty cool. They are so decorative. I wonder if they're going to do much this year. Like the airport was so decked out in green and balloons, and they light up all of the buildings. I'm sure they will, but maybe they won't worry about the airport so much, because if you fly in, you have to do a 2-week. You can go to Ireland. You've always been able to go to Ireland right now. They've never closed, but they require a 2-week quarantine. So basically, yeah, you can fly here and sit here and do nothing. But I'm like, yeah, no thanks. But I did like Ireland a lot. It's very cool. So I'm going to fold the foil over so I can try not to completely cover her. I like to have a little bit more of a, oops, just kidding. That one's glitter. It's glitter with a little bit of gold. If you do that like I did, you can take a little wipe and you can actually just wipe it off. It comes off really quickly. But this one's supposed to be glitter. Anyway, I was really surprised about how St. Patty's Day-ish Ireland actually gets. It's such a big deal there. They did this, we went to this castle, and they did this dinner theater thing. Mm-hmm. And it's fun. I was talking to one of my clients about it, and she's like, oh, I went to the same one. And they sing this really funny song, Irish folktale, that is so funny that I should post sometime, because I have the video of them singing it. All right, in you go, please. Okay. All right, just got top coat. I'm going to grab my trusty Luxio gloss. It's what I use all the time. Now, if you're doing a full coverage foil, you really have to be a lot more careful about filing the edges before you top coat, because then you end up with delamination. But I've also learned that if you use Trinity over full coverage foils as top coat, it really works out better because it has an extra bond in it, and that Trinity will typically bond to your foil and help it adhere better. So, but sometimes the foil is just not adhering to the gel, and you got to encapsulate it onto the surface of the nail a little bit better. But with a simple dab of foil like this, we don't have to worry about any of that. So since there's a little bit of glitter here, I like to use Luxio Gloss because it's a thicker viscosity slightly, and I can really look and see if there's anywhere that needs a little bit extra so that it's not bumpy, because we like to keep it as smooth as possible. I'm going to double check your thumb because I always end up putting a little bit extra and then it runs. Okay. Liven this up a bit. I'm very excited to see what it looks like when it's dark. Although this color is really pretty.
It is really pretty.
It's definitely a good name for it, Limelight, because it definitely looks like lime. Does it make you want to have a margarita?
Cinco de Mayo polish.
Oh. I'm more of a rum person myself. I can't really do tequila. We had a fight when I was in college, and tequila won. And so we're no longer friends, and I cannot do tequila. I can't even smell it. It's bad news.
That's what happened to me in peach schnapps. I can't take the smell of it anymore. I mean, it was really bad.
It was a bad day. See, peach schnapps won.
Peach schnapps won. Oh.
If it wins, it may never be friends again. And that one, yeah, it was a college day. I wasn't crazy in college, I can tell you that, but that day was not good. Michelle says gin and tonic all the way. You know, I don't really like the taste of alcohol for most things, so I am a foofy drink girl, if you ever met one. So I'm all about, I love myself a good daiquiri. You know what I really like is the fire, what are those called? Lava flows. When you're on cruise ships.
Yeah.
Those are delightful.
Mai Tais.
Cruising. Oh, how do I miss thee? We moved supposed to go to Greece last year, and of course that got canceled.
I'm just reading this.
Yeah.
Are U.S. citizens permitted to enter?
Not
No.
yet.
Greece currently, as of last
My other
week,
client's here waiting. She's
only
reading
allow
about Greece.
EU citizens and EU residents and residents of certain other specific countries to enter.
Oh yeah,
The
I
United
read on
States
them
is
all the
not
time.
One of those countries.
Oh.
I read. There's a couple
There's
of
no projected date when I can
no.
enter.
There's not. There's a couple of websites that constantly monitor all the country openings, and I keep
Well, if
checking
we
it
weren't
out.
such a petri dish, then I guess we wouldn't have to worry about it.
Well, I think if they make you test before you go, there shouldn't be a
Oh,
problem.
listen, I completely agree with you.
Yeah, I think they should just
But
let people
apparently
test
it
and
doesn't
open the
really
world.
matter whether you've been vaccinated, tested, or whatever. They don't want us over there. It's horrifying.
Hopefully it changes soon.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm stepping off a cliff.
I like Strongbow. It's a hard apple cider. You know, when I was in college, I did have some ciders, and I liked them. They were pretty good. My husband's all beer all day, all the time. If you want to be his best friend, he's there at camp setting up and helping out. Especially if you're driving in, bring a local beer for him, and he will be your best friend. But bring 6 because he does only one kind a day typically. For everybody's sake, let's just say that. But
Like Moscato.
yeah, if you're coming in for camp, he's a beer guy. He'll be driving from Seattle all the way to Florida. So that's going to take a week. Oh, see, this one didn't get in the light, or I didn't check it. So it didn't get in there fast enough. See how my top coat completely ran to the side? I can't leave it like that.
Oh, no.
So I need to re-top coat this one. So sometimes if it's not quite in the light all the way, right when their hand goes in, it's allowed to keep moving. And it doesn't immediately get lights. And if that happens, you end up with a situation where your top coat is lopsided. So you got to get the whole hand in right from the beginning. And then make sure that the whole top is buffed, ideally, in the front. And we'll top coat this. Again. Fired. Just kidding.
I was like, I had it was looking at
It's okay. So again, Luxio gloss just right over. But now it's really smooth because I just filed it. So I definitely don't need to put any extra on there for any glitter bumps because there aren't any. But it's definitely a time saver if you're not finished filing all the nails every time. That's not a good idea. All right, I'm going to put that in.
Okay.
Whole hand, please. And we will oil this one. Yeah, travel. I'm hoping that in the next few months, as the other countries start having vaccines, we do things. Have you ever tried Cayman Jack? It's like Mike's lemonade, tastes like a margarita, but no tequila. But does it taste like tequila in a margarita? Because that's the problem. Like, I can have margarita mix if you mix it with rum, and then it doesn't taste like tequila. But it's the tequila in it I can't handle. It just does not work for me. So we will go have her blast this in cold in just a second, and then you guys can see, because I would warm it, but her hand's totally warm, so she needs to get them cold so you guys can see the fun stuff. But this glitter, isn't that a pretty glitter? So that's the Aurora Emerald. And like I said, I wanted it really thin application, so I added a whole bunch of clear. I was almost out of it anyway, so I can always get a new one if I want it to be thicker again, but that'll work. All right, that's good.
Okay.
All right. Zip, zip. Always, always, always do this. I can't tell you how many people message me and say, oh, I'm having a problem with this. And I say, are you doing that thing that I do at the very end where I remove the very end of the natural nail with my e-file? And so often they haven't. And that is my problem because you get a problem with it separating. So you got to do that. All right, go run to the bathroom, blast them with some cold water, and we will show them how it is at the end. So if you guys are looking for greens for mood polish, this is Limelight. This is the one that I did. So when she comes back out, this is the one that it's going to look like. There are a couple of others. There's a solid one here called Shamrock. So those two, if you're going into St. Patrick's Day and want to have a couple of mood polishes for fun, those are going to be what you want to go for sure. Yeah, the other ones, this one's Tidal Wave, which is really green, but it goes to a blue. So, all right, let's see. Oh, isn't that fun? So as she starts to warm up, even over the next minute, I'm going to get a new paper so I can take a picture real quick. But as she warms up, you guys can see how it's doing a nice ombre. Isn't that pretty? We love ombres where you don't have to work so hard. That's what I say. So, all right, guys, I just wanted to show you how things look with this fun little pot of gold technique. Get some gold foil and this gorgeous Limelight and make some fun nails for St. Patty's Day. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later. Bye.